Assalamu alaikum. Dear student, in today's lecture, we are going to discuss about model organism database. It is a new topic of bioinformatics. Before that, we have discussed many topics of bioinformatics, but this is very much important. So before start of lecture, if you are new here in this channel, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get the latest notification. So let's start the lecture. First of all, as you know, what is the model organism basically? Model organisms are the organisms that are studied in detail for biological phenomena. And what is model organism database? Database, as you know, we can store many data related to different organisms. But here, if we are talking about the model organism database, it means we are going to store the data related to model organisms. And these databases also store, integrate genetic, genomic, phenotypic data for particular species, and there could be many species that are used as a model organism. And then this data can be used for different biological research and biological processes. Model organism databases also provide standardized information on genome sequence. As you know, the genome is a full set of chromosomes and full set of a gene which is present in one organism. And these databases also include how many genes are present on one chromosome and how many genes are present total in one organisms and what is the position of gene on chromosome and what are the function of each gene. And these databases include everything about the genome, genes, genetics, phenotypic and genotypic expression. And we can use these databases when we want to do comparative analysis of different species of model organisms, are we can compare the model organism with humans as well. Here are different model organisms like fly-based, worm-based, mice, and yeast as well. Here are different model organism databases. We will discuss one by one, starting from the mouse. And mouse genome information is a database that extensively provide the data related to mouse. And this database include everything about the mouse, none of the thing out of the root. And we can find everything about the phenotype, about the genotype, genes, chromosomes, genomics, gene expression of the mouse. If any person want to study about mouse, and we straight away recommend them for mouse database. Then a fly-based database is also available, and it includes the information of genome, genes, genotype, phenotype, genetic studies about the flies of every type, including Drosophila melanogaster. Then we have worm-based database, and it has the data related to worms, including C. elegans, about the genetics, about the genomes, biology, and everything about the worms. And yeast database is also present here, and it includes the genome and genetic sequences, genes, phenotype, genotype of all type of yeast, including Saccharomyces cerevisiae. And zebrafish database is also present here. And as you know, fish is the first vertebrate. And if we want to study the genetic linkage of humans and birds, reptiles, amphibians, and fish, we straight away go for the zebrafish. And we can find about the genome, gene sequence, and everything, and how the humans link with the fish, and how the zebrafish or fish is the ancestor of all the other organisms. Then we simply will go toward the zebrafish database. And zebrafish information the network is a primary hub for zebrafish development and genetics. It also includes the development of all the stages, and how the genome and genes express at different developmental stages is also present here. And then plant database is also present, and the sole genomics network of a plant like tomato, pepper, and potatoes as well. And here are different genetic and genomic resources. Actually, these are very much important to store the data. And these are actually the databases where we store the data of model organism like Uniport. a central resource for protein sequence and function information. Electrome is a database that stores biological pathways and reaction. And UCSC bioinformatics provide tools how we can browse and compare the genomic data of different organisms. And what is the purpose of studying the model organism database, and what is the purpose of creating the model organism databases? And actually, these are very much important, as I already told, because professionals can gather the data from peer-reviewed literature to ensure the quality. If there will be no stored data in the form of model organism databases, then how the researcher can identify and study the literature. So it is very much important to study the literature and to do the research. And it is also important for data integration, like we can link the genomic sequences of different organisms with the mutant phenotype and disease model as well. It also helps to standardize different genes and nomenclature for the genes and strain. We also can study and establish by using this model organism database. It also provides different tools, and it provides genomic browser and specialized search tools such as generic model organism database toolkit. That's all about model organism databases. So now we will end the lecture, and if you like the video and if you understand the concept of model organism, like the video, subscribe the channel, stay connected. Allah Hafiz.